it's alive. Engines roar in this digital drive. Sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Qualifying ghosts, I'll put them down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Sire scream, my setup's tight. I bled for this win in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Study every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I'll chase the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. iRacing glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Burning and pixels collide. Steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Lead foot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Lead foot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires screaming sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. 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 Leadfoot TV Let foot TV feel the ground ignite through the smoke and fire into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon, fire in the veins. Every lap written in blood and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends fallen, and legends break through. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies. Let foot TV feel the ground ignite through the smoke and fire into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies.
You talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. You know you wait for this, pedal to the floor, quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On like foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Webbing doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every lap's a war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roar. Cool whine and drive, that's what it's for. From the sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends compete. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On like foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Lights out, hearts pounding, the countdown scream. You're strapped in the cockpit of a digital dream. No tears, no fear, just a checkered sky. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive, let the wild take control. On the foot TV, it's a race for the soul. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Green flags alive. Quit whining and drive.
We welcome you to the virtual Lanier Motor Speedway, Lanier National Speedway to be exact, off of Interstate 85 in the Peach State of Brazelton, Georgia. Just before you get down into Atlanta, the ATL, it is the coverage of round number 2 for season 5 of the Leadfoot Racing League Late Model iRacing Tour, and we welcome you to tonight's K Designs 150. Coverage tonight on Leadfoot TV, LSRTV, and on the Community Radio Network. I'm Wesley Outlaw, joined alongside is my buddy Charles Oberg. Tracy Brown punching the buttons on production as always. And Charles, after a wild week of the opening round at USA, Justin Brooks not winning a race, something I never thought I'd ever say. We're ready to go now for racing here tonight at Lanier.
Oh, absolutely. And now we're in the American division. So these are a whole different set of guys, and we're going to have to pay attention to what's going to happen here.
Yeah, they flip-flopped them, if you remember. There's an American League, and then there's a National Division. Last week was the National Division. This is the American Division, and obviously the American drivers are starting first, and obviously they raced last week, so they're kind of flip-flopping it here tonight. But nonetheless, we are ready to give you the starting lineup as Casey Graves and Tristan Trantham will be on the front row. Brantley Bryant and Landon Farmer make up row number 2. Jason Woodham, Hunter Carlson on row number 3. Lenny Brown, Case James. Yes, that's Case James, Ben James' son from Legends and Late Models. He'll start in the 8th position. Then it's Dylan Porter and Cliff Mullins. He'll start 10th.
Yeah, in 11th we got Ethan Johnson. 12th we got Tippy Winkler. Travis Schulten is in 13th. Landon Brown 14th. And rounding out your field at 15th is Randy Porter.
I want to say thank you so much, everybody. Welcome to our coverage. And obviously, you can interact with us in the chat box on so many platforms, whether it's Leadfoot TV, LSRTV, on the Community Radio Network at weareCRN.com. And, of course, let's take a look at the race analysis. A little lengthier than what we ran at the half mile at USA last week. We're going 150 laps. 47 miles. There was a stage break at lap number 60, presented by 213 Simware. 1 set of tires, 1 fast repair, 1 green-white checker, and that's the way that it'll shake it down here at Lanier, as we'll be ready to make at least 1 more pace lap around the racetrack, and we'll be looking for a green flag. What are you going to be watching in this race tonight, Charles?
I'm going to be watching Landon Brown coming from the back. Hunter Carlson always with a good run. Some of these other guys I don't know, so take us to green. I'm going to be watching them.
A Lucky Ducks Motorsports green flag waves in the air, and ladies and gentlemen, you have a virtual race, and we've already got caution. We already got trouble right out of the gate on the start, and the caution will come out for, looks like some problems there with Trantham and Porter, maybe. We'll look at a replay if we can to set up what happened. Tristan Trantham a little bit off the pace in the number 95. Let's see what happened to him as he's already onto the pit lane. Boy, did he start the race from the pits?
Yeah, Wesley, it looks like he started the race from the pits, came out on the pit road. Maybe he got in front of everybody or something? Or wasn't up to speed and they threw the caution?
Oh, no, but nonetheless, it'll throw the caution out here in the early going. Casey Graves from Cedar Grove, North Carolina, in the True Speed Motorsports 01 is the man that currently leads the way, opening laps under caution. By the way, I want to say thank you again to Golden Racing and the caution flag sponsor, as we are trying to look for a replay, but I really don't see what happened here.
Yeah, if I had to take a guess, I think the guy coming out of the pits, I think Randy Porter was it, probably just didn't get up to speed and they threw the flag. Either that or it could be something with race control. Maybe they didn't like that start. Maybe there was a jump there, but I really didn't see it.
Yeah, it could be. Want to say congratulations, obviously, to Casey Groves. He has locked up some money already, being the Wild Ops Fast Qualifier, Golden Racing caution sponsor, and the time to dig 25 to go later on in the races. Right now, we'll try to re-rack and restack. And remember, caution laps count as here they come, working their way back to the CRN restart zone. And the Lucky Duck Motorsports green flag will fly in the K-Designs 150, and we're back under green. It's Casey Graves who'll get a jump on the whole shot on Brantley Bryant from Lucama, trying to turn things around from his misfortunes at USA last week. Now he's got company on the high side. Look at this battle for the lead. It is now the 52 and the 40. Well, look at Trantham actually right up there in the mix with these guys fighting for the lead. And we got a problem as Jason Woodham has an issue at the bottom of the backstretch in turn 3. The Ozark, Alabama driver puts us under another Golden Racing caution.
Yeah, Wesley, I was going to point out they were going 3 wide. They pushed 3 wide in the middle of the pack back there. And I don't know if that was the cause, or it doesn't look it. Yeah, they went 3 wide for a second there, and I thought that was going to cause a problem. Looks like they got through that, but the 71 just, kind of checks up and gets run over there.
It sure did. Wow. Nowhere to go for him as Lenny Brown on board with looking at the 83 car also. Yes, we have a yellow flag out over the racetrack, and just getting things started here at Lanier. Remember, this is race number 2 for season 5. They're coming off of the race from last Sunday as the lid lifter at USA International. Lanier National Raceway, or Lanier Speedway as it's called on iRacing, no longer around. It is now a parking lot. It tried to survive a couple more years after its successes in the early 80s to 2000s. They opened it back up in the mid-2000s for a Pro All-Stars Series race and a Legends Invitational called a winter showdown race, and that was at the now known Lanier Raceplex. That was the last known name of that racing facility before it shut down and ceased all of racing operations about 4 years ago, and they have not done anything since then. Like I said, that you can't even tell that that track even exists anymore. I remember announcing there back in the early 2000s when I was announcing for the ASA Southeast Asphalt Tour. And the, of course, the Garrison Memorial Race was always a big event right there at Lanier. Green flag back out in the air, and we are back to racing here at Lanier. As right now, Graves on the high side. Up top side is Tristan Trantham. And I got to wonder if maybe they gave him his spot back because he started in the back. Maybe they threw the caution to let Tristan Trantham actually get up there and join the leaders because he's on the lead lap. He's battling for second and the lead with Graves and Bryant going into turn 3.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how he got up there, but yeah, welcome up front, buddy. He's going for a ride on the outside there. I bet he wishes he got to the inside because that's the preferred line on this track.
Obviously, the American Tour ran at 9 o'clock last week. Tonight, 9 o'clock for the National Tour. As right now, Graves is the man that leads the way. Tracy, the audio popped in and then it popped back out again. I don't know what's going on with that, but right now, Graves is the driver that is up in front. Here he goes, holding on to that top spot. Bryant in second, Trantham third, and as I spoke too soon, now it's gone. So nonetheless, Casey Graves is currently leading the way, and as you notice, compared to USA International, you know, this track, if you will, Charles, is a smaller racing venue than what we raced on last week. Last week was a half mile. Tonight it's 3/8 of a mile. It's kind of a flat racing surface. I'll give you all of the dimensions of Lanier in just a moment if we get another caution. But right now, after a couple of cautions to start things off, we're clean and green, and Graves lead the way.
Yeah, Wesley, it reminds me of the track up here in Seekonk, Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah.
Seekonk Speedway. It's the same thing. It's an action track. Never a dull moment on that track. But very flat, and as soon as you get on the gas, you're getting back off again.
And what a lot of people don't know as well, on iRacing, actually, if you think about it, Lanier is available also in the dirt format. Not just this track is available as a pavement track, but it's also available for dirt. For the longest time, this was the host facility for Winterfest. Winterfest, one of the big events with the ARCA CRA Super Series, which is now the ASA Stars Tour. And this 3/8 mile, 0.375, 604-meter racetrack, obviously, again, as I mentioned, at its heydays in the 80s and the 90s, it was a dirt track until the mid-80s, and then they made it pavement. It was successful, obviously, hosted NASCAR-sanctioned events, and I don't mean just NASCAR regional stuff. I'm talking about the NASCAR Busch Series. The NASCAR trucks used to race here back in the day. Case James, there's a driver, I promise you, that will, once he figures out the LFRL brand and running with these guys, he's going to be somebody we'll talk to in Victory Lane. Obviously, a U.S. Legends car and late model competitor. Obviously, his dad, Ben James, was highly successful in racing super late models in the Carolinas and the Big Ten Series and other events back in the day. And right now, heading to 125 to go, it is Bryant in the lead. As Bryant got around Casey Graves to take the lead as we show you this other racing going on in the top 10.
Yeah, I kept an eye on Hunter Carlson there, making that outside lane work. But you can see he's slowly falling back position by position because that outside line is going to eat those tires up, and you're going to have to push a lot harder on the outside line.
You know, we talked about Lanier National Speedway, and obviously this racetrack, again, 3/8 of a mile, 11 degrees of banking. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, and it really isn't a lot. It seems like more of a flat racing surface, if you will. Obviously, we're watching these guys hit their marks and race, and that's the number 10 and the 7 of Carlson and Shelton battling for 10th and 11th position. Hunter Carlson from Hannah City, Illinois. Travis Shelton from Easley, South Carolina. That's a nice battle going on with those drivers. Hey, the Porter family out there on the racetrack as well. You think of Dylan Porter, and you think of Randy Porter. And Randy Porter, of course, was a former NASCAR Busch Series driver from 86 to 1998. You remember the old NASCAR Busch Series days? Randy Porter, there he was. He was a part of it as well as running in the Pro Cup Series when he did a time or two.
Yeah, up 6 positions. He's making it look easy out there, and I'm glad to have him along with us because it's fun to watch a lot of those guys race again. You know, maybe they can't do it in a real car, but they can definitely tune into iRacing and give us a show.
Obviously, up in age as Mr. Randy Porter had a lot of success back in his time racing. As we continue to take laps away in the American division, K Designs 150 here at Lanier. Couple of cautions in the early going, but right now we're full steam ahead as again the driver of Bryant leads the way. Brantley Bryant from Lucama, North Carolina, holding on to the top spot. As now we got the 95 under attack by the 51. All this going on the racetrack. That's Tristan Trantham and Christopher James going at it for position down there in the corner in a 1 and 2.
Yeah, Trantham seems to have a little bit of a grip issue there as he was sliding kind of all over now as the 51 goes around.
And that'll trigger a Golden Racing caution flag for the 3rd time going around. I believe it's going to be Case James. Case James is in the 30 car. He's driving a car 51. One of my biggest pet peeves in broadcasting is not have the numbers match the scoring ticker, but there it is. 51 is Case James from Newton, North Carolina, just outside of Hickory. And there's the bump and sends the 51 around. He had help. He had help.
Yeah, it's short track racing. A lot of guys get into those corners a little too quickly, and then you just don't have the brake to slow it down. So, unfortunately, a lot of guys are going to run each other tonight. But yeah, you hate to see it, but it is short track racing.
Hello to Razor Nation and everybody else that's watching. Don't forget you can interact with us in the chat box as there's a look at our top 5. We're going to step away and take a break. We're back with more from Lanier in just a moment. The Lucky Ducks Motorsports green flag will wave once again as the field made their way back inside the Sierra and restart zone. We're about 18 laps away, and whoa, we got trouble. Porter in trouble at 32. And another caution flag will get triggered as Randy Porter with an issue and a lot of toe-in damage on the left front. Man.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him, and we're going to take a look at that and see exactly what happened here. Ooh, looks like the 34
right
just came up just a little bit too high there.
Yeah, right in there. just drove in there a little too hard. Trippy Winkler did from Mooresville in the Centers Select Racing entry. And nowhere to go for Randy Porter. And Porter collected in the CSS entry from Easley, South Carolina. There he is onto the pit lane. How damaged is that car? We'll find out. Another yellow flag out over the racetrack. Remember, they are given one fast repair and one set of tires. By the way, I want to say thank you to, and there's that fast repair. You see, he just took it. The Porter's RV Sales entry is going to roll back onto the racetrack.
Yeah, real quick. I was just going to say, this is a very short track to have the crew do any work to it, so that fast repair is going to come in really handy for some of these guys.
Well, the only problem is as well, you use that fast repair too early and you get tore up again because he's going to have to go to the back of the pack. You got to, you know, obviously be methodical and be careful that you don't get tore up again because there is no more fast repairs. You get that one and only fast repair, and if you tear something up from there, it's done. So, all right, we'll get ready to set them up for the restart. Thanks for everybody joining us wherever you are on Leadfoot TV in the East Coast, to LSRTV on the West Coast, on your home for sim racing, and listening on the Community Radio Network through the gearboxes. Green flag back out. Brantley looking good in the Brantley Bryant number 52 as everybody now gets settled in for the restart. Here comes the virtual thundering herd with now Cliff Mullins up to the number 2 spot as they work back in turn 1.
Yeah, great looking restart as they go single file. As we got another lead, another guy jumping in the down at the low. What is that? The 26 taking a great line past Farmer 04 or 01, sorry.
And Landon Farmer going after Casey Graves, and there's contact and a bump. The cars are spinning. Oh my goodness, 2, 3, 4 cars involved. Would have caught up in it. Brown's involved. So is Carlson. And another big tangle there on a restart coming out of turn 4. Porter got collected again. That's what I was telling you about. Remember Porter, he used his fast repair, and he just gets caught up in another little skirmish there at Kerfluffle.
Yeah, hopefully there's not too much damage on that machine right there. And as we're taking a look at
he's
Hunter
okay.
Carlson, yeah,
I think he's okay. He actually went way high to avoid all that, actually. My apologies. It wasn't Porter involved. He was just at the tail end of the field. Hunter Carlson is the red 10. Watch this again as we see all this, you know, happen on the back straightaway. Watch in turn 3. There's the hit. There's the tap. There's the bump. And around we go.
Yeah, a lot of damage from that number 10 on the side. But it's not really showing. So, you know, maybe it just looked a lot worse than it was. And hopefully for Hunter Carlson, that's the case.
We'll see the number 10 machine. There it is, the Pontiac body on the number 10 of Hunter Carlson from Hannah City, Illinois, in the Copperhead Racing Studio 86 Designs entry. And there he goes, pulling away. Looks like he's all right. It doesn't look like it's really that badly damaged. If anything, maybe some cosmetic, if you will. Eagles should be able to be okay and tag the back of the field as we are, by the way, heading towards the last 7 laps before the stage break. Again, that'll be coming up at lap number 60. Don't forget, we flip-flopped them. Last week, the National Division raced first and the American Division was second. Tonight, the American Division is racing first. National will be coming up as we come back to the Sierra restart zone, back inside the Lucky Ducks Motorsports green flag to wave again, and we are back underway with Bryant and now Mullins side by side battling for the lead as we approach the end of the 213 Simware stage.
Yeah, what a beautiful restart. A little contact there. The 44 gets loose, gathers it back up. Good thing Mullins had a good wheel in that thing, or he was going to go around in front of the field.
Wyatt McQueen chiming in. He says, I'm watching through the iRacing. These guys seem to be pretty good up front. However, the midfield is a little loose entering mid. Dirty air, possibly. Side draft there. They are drafting, believe it or not, just like Daytona or Talladega with the Cup cars. These race cars are drafting as well. And here goes Case James beginning his ascent to climb back to the field, if you will.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him, but, you know, give him some credit. He has driven a good race today and just taken out from a late dive there, but he's done nothing wrong on his own.
The car number 51 machine. Tomin Scoring has him in another number. But he is currently right now doing well.
He scored 7 plates right now, and like you said, he's on a move as he sets up the 34 for a shot to the inside.
Yeah, that's Trippy Winkler on the outside, and there is the caution to come out for the end of the stage break. Again, it's presented by 213simware.com as the yellow flag will be displayed to the field. That will be our stage break. Thanks again to 213 Simware, where virtual racing meets real world style. Pick your favorite LFRL merchandise and represent the LFRL with your favorite driver or team apparel today at 213simware.com. About 15 laps away also to the halfway mark of this event. So far, we have seen on the race analysis of the first 60 laps, about 4 caution flags. What's your take of what we've seen in the opening start of this thing here tonight at Lanier, Charles?
Well, you know, with any short track like this, you're going to get a lot of bumping and banging. I'm sure these cars aren't going to look as pretty towards the end of the race. We got tons of bumping and grinding to go to get to the end of this thing. So, you know, hold on to your seats. It's going to be a long race.
Yeah, a chat box chiming in as well, and obviously you're encouraged to interact with us, and they're talking about the tires getting worn out very quickly too, and obviously the more aggressive you race around a short track like here, you're really going to get the tires to get slick and greasy and slip and sliding, and the next thing you know, you're seeing half the field come down to the pit lane here now. Tires, fuel, maybe a little repairs, if you will, not using that mulligan of the fast repair, but maybe just taking a couple of seconds or a minute if you can to try to get some damage fixed. And another thing is, man, they're not wasting no time here. This is a very small track. You're turning laps pretty quickly under caution as fast as you are under green flag. You know, they're turning 14-second laps. And my apologies, there's actually one guy on the racetrack turned an 11.8, 1184, 1109 for Brantley Bryant. So these drivers are not afraid to hit their speed and hit their marks. And the faster you are, the faster those newer tires are, the faster your car can be. I mean, when you're turning 12-second laps around Lanier, you're getting it.
Oh, absolutely. That's blazing fast around a small track like that. Because like I said, it seems like as soon as you're getting on the throttle, you got to let back off again to set yourself up for the next turn, because it's almost a complete oval, if you will.
These guys will get ready to reset for a restart here. Turning 13s and getting a little faster is the one-to-go indication we'll be given. I'll wrap up the 213simware.com stage break. Don't forget, this is the American division for the K-Designs 150. Coming up later tonight at 9 Eastern will be the national division. We race again next week, and then we take off for a couple of weeks for not only the Clash, the Cookout Clash at the Bowman Gray Stadium for NASCAR. Also, we take off for the Super Bowl. We'll come back on February the 15th after the Daytona 500. Green flag back in the air. Back to racing with Cliff Mullins now leading the cavalry as they work their way on the restart in turn number 3.
Yeah, what a great start that was for him, and everybody pile on, you know, one by one behind him. But yeah, we got a new leader now.
Yeah, keeping an eye on all this guy right now as we watch all of them working their way through the corner. And how about a drive also for Randy Porter to get back into the top 5. The Porter family from Easley. Randy, Dylan Porter, father, son, working their way through. Single file down the leader, Cliff Mullins. And all the while, keep an eye on also Brantley Bryant starting to climb back. He led a lot of the race in the opening stage, the 52. There he is from Lucava. Hot on his tail is Dylan Porter, Casey Graves, Travis Shelton, Case James. By the way, Case James showed as the scoring ticker as number 30, but he's in the number 51, and there he is, beginning a big climb on Porter and Graves, the pole sitter, as they work their way to the back straightaway, heading to halfway here at Lanier.
Yeah, what patience a lot of these guys have. Nobody's really trying to make any sudden moves right now. They just just settle in for the nice long run we're going to have here, hopefully. And yeah, just get comfortable and hit your marks. As I say that, the 30 or the 51 dives in the inside of the one, doesn't have enough to make the pass.
Top 5 for the moment is Cliff Mullins, Landon Farmer, Trippy Winkler, Randy Porter, and Casey Graves.
We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN. 87.9 FM, Clayton, Connor, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
There is no change in the top 5 as we work our way towards the halfway mark of the race. Second half of the race now underway. Cliff Mullins leading over Landon Farmer. Wesley Outland. Of course, we got my buddy Charles Oberg here with you. Tracy Brown on production. We welcome you to coverage of race number 2 for season 5 of the Leadfoot Racing League iRacing Tour. Tonight, we're at the Lanier Raceplex, the Lanier National Speedway in Brazelton, Georgia on iRacing and the K-Designs 150. And we go back under the caution flag again. Problems on the front straightaway. The number 7 car. That is Travis Shelton. Here's what happened to him. And Case James gets collected as well.
Oh, very unfortunate for Case James once again being involved in something that he didn't start. But that just looked like the accordion effect right there. One car checked up and everybody else followed suit.
And one thing leads to another, right? Do what you say what you mean. There's the hit. And Shelton tagging the back of James. That's going to damage the car for James. And then you see the front of the nose disappear, but then it pop back up. And obviously, I know there's going to be a little fast repair coming for these cars. And well, remember what we told you about, though. We talked about it with Randy Porter. We'll mention it with a guy like Case James as well, man. You get your car damaged. Look at the toe end. Look at the car kind of driving crab walking, cattywampus, if you will. A lot of concrete tire damage is concrete tire, as they say, whenever they slap the wall, they white wall the tire, if you will, with concrete dust. Obviously, you can see that car is damaged badly. It's got some toe-in issues on the right front. Look at the way it's bowed out, if you will, on the right front suspension. It looks way bowed in on the left front, and obviously they're going to have to get that checked out for sure for the James crew. And he'll probably be coming down to the pit lane. And as I say that, here he comes dropping down to the apron right about now. No, the hell he doesn't. He stays on the racetrack. I mean, more power to you. I don't know, Charles. I hope you don't put it in the fence.
Yeah, that's an interesting strategy, if you say the least. But, maybe the car doesn't feel as bad as it looks. Sometimes these things can be deceiving. So, if he thinks the car feels well, that's it. So take us down to the Community Radio Network restart zone.
We're back inside that restart zone as the Lucky Duck Motorsports green flag will come back in the air and wave again. Back to racing as the field work their way now. 3x3 contact Porter. Hang on, Porter in trouble. Collects Porter. Oh no, the Porter family involved. And we got caution again. Trouble in turn number 4 on the restart.
Yeah, both the Porters, Randy and Dylan, in that. Unfortunate for that family. We're going to have to figure something out. Get back out here again.
Ethan Johnson getting a piece of that caution as well.
Ooh, what a run, the 50. 52 just had a huge run. Just couldn't slow it up.
Remember we talked about using your fast repair a little too early. Hopefully Randy Porter's car isn't too badly damaged from that kerfluffle coming off of that 4th turn. Yellow flag back out again. We'll step away from Lanier coming up to the finish and heading towards lap 100 of the K-Designs 150 here tonight. Welcome back. Welcome back to Lanier as the field will get ready to make their way back to that CRN restart zone. All details at wearecrn.com. And back to the Lucky Duck Motorsports green flag. We're back to racing. Some of the other sponsors include Wild Ops, Golden Racing, 213 Simware, Tiltify, 4Wide Motorsports, Golden Racing, and Cottle Chassis. As we got trouble, turn 4, bottom of the apron, inside. Car around. Couple of cars around, Johnson and Woodham. 71 Woodham, Johnson in 27, and another yellow flag on lap number 93 here. Charles. Cautions,
Yeah.
precautions.
Yeah, coming off that restart a little hot or something, because that was coming into turn 1, so no telling what could happen there, but it's unfortunate. Oh, a little checkup. 71 checks up, and 27 has nowhere to go.
Want to send a big happy birthday love to our buddy Sean Lamb. Sean Lamb's Beach Jams, and of course, in addition to that, he is a sponsor with the LFRL this year. Happy birthday, Sean. Celebrating the birthday today. Today, exactly today. The birthday boy, Sean Lamb.
Yeah, happy birthday, Sean. That's awesome.
Yeah. Sponsored the race last week. The lid lifter at USA, but a fun one that was.
Yeah, that was absolutely exciting after not having a lot of races going on during the holiday break. It was just really good to get back into racing, and that one's one hell of a race. The national side of it, I wasn't there for the American, but now I am. So getting to do both American and national. So this is a great opportunity to watch 2 different races in one night.
I guess they made the decision that they're going to flip-flop them, Tracy. Am I correct? Basically, one week national, then the American national. I guess I don't know how that's going to, how that's going to go, but we'll see. Obviously, as they're flip-flopping it, and some guys will be a part of the national division that are not running the American Tour. And the reason that I mentioned what happened with Justin Brooks, because that was the starting of the first race of the week last week, and then I realized, well, he runs national, not the American Tour. So, and obviously the plan is to complete season 5, and when they do, there will be like an LFRL All-Stars challenge, if you will, like a 5-race series between the top. A 3-race series, my apologies. A 3-race series between the top, I think it was the top 12 of the American and the top 12 of the National, and they will battle it out for the overall bragging rights of being the LFRL champion, like a North-South Pro Cup division. Back to green here at at Lanier. Back to racing as heading to lap 100. It'll be 50 laps to go, and Mullins on the restart leading this thing. Look at that gaggle of traffic with pole sitter presented by Wild Ops. Casey Graves climbing back, racing with, of course, James. What a battle here. 50 to go here and now. Oh, trouble! Oh, no! Graves sideways, bicycles the right front of the car. Gets in there, James. Graves, James, and other cars crashing as we close in on 50 to go here in the K-Designs 150 at Lanier, but another Golden Racing caution.
And I can't believe, I'm going to tell you, James just can't catch a break today. Just looked like he ran out of track a little bit. The one was inside, the 01 was on the inside there, and 2 cars can't fill the same space. So unfortunately, the 30 goes around. And I don't know if he's got to go back in the pits and wait for a fix or something, because that car is beat up.
Yep. Getting down to under 50 to go, and there's contact. 10 caution flags, by the way. As we see the replay, James and Graves and Brown sent him up on his top there, or at least on his side.
Yeah, it looks like Brown wanted to get through that. Old Lenny did not want to be behind that accident.
Let me through, man. Let me through. Let me through, man. Let me through.
I got some racing to be done.
Sean Lamb just texted me, said, thank you, sir. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for watching. Obviously, Sean Lamb celebrating again his birthday. Big congrats to him celebrating a birthday today. Everybody out there, as we get ready for a restart, I want to send a hello to my buddy Andrew Tyree. A lot of people remember Andrew Tyree from Southern National at Wake County and NASCAR Regional. He's celebrating a birthday today as well. So, hello and happy birthday to him. Yeah, happy birthday to you. Wherever you are, show him some birthday love. And I know you got about 6 or 8 inches of snow heading your way up in the Northeast, but my goodness, hopefully the colder weather will get the hell out of here on Groundhog Day, and we'll be able to warm up a lot quicker as we go back to racing here. And if it still sucks and it's cold during the winter, does it warm up faster? And what do they say? If Punxsutawney Phil don't see his shadow, I guess there's 6 more weeks of winter, but we'll keep you warm with the heating action of the iRacing LFRL Late Model Tour on Sunday night. So there you go.
Nah.
It'll heat up, I promise, Charles.
I hope so, because I got about 4 or 5 tracks out here Northeast waiting for with my name on it, waiting to go, man. I can't wait to get back out there at the track and enjoy some live racing.
Well, I'm just being patient. I have a race announcing obligation next week. Obviously, I was supposed to have a race this week, and then it got canceled because of the weather. I think they were a day late and $1 short, if you don't mind me saying. But you never know what the weather is going to do. You never know what the weather patterns and things will turn out to look like.
Yeah,
Johnson and Porter. Look at this, guys, battling again here. Porter behind them. That's the Porter family, by the way, in the 32 and the 1. Yeah.
Well, thank God for iRacing, because when the weather's horrible, we always got some action live on iRacing here. So one good thing about this server is it doesn't depend on weather.
Exactly right. Well, it does depend on the weather, right? As long as your power don't go out. Is a 7 shot at the track. Shelton shot James up high. Travis Shelton going now, and here comes James for the crossover. Down to the inside. Look at that slide job. Down into the corner. Shades of some great racing here between Shelton and James going at it. Watch Brown now. He's going to get into this battle. And these guys are going for crossovers. Boy, there's more sliders and a white crystal going on out there on the racetrack.
I think I've seen this before with Bill Elliott and Dale Earnhardt back in the early days. What amazing back and forth that these guys are having right now.
For 5 slide jobs right there. They're not done yet as James fighting some muscles for his position alongside Shelton. Here comes now the 83 of Brown getting into the mix, and we're closing in on 35 laps to go. And all the while, as this great racing goes on in the top 5, Mullins, he has pulled away, and I say all that now because now here comes a caution. And the Danville, Virginia driver in the C2X entry from the 44, Cliff Mullins, will have to tow behind the pace car, slow down again for another Golden Racing caution. Landon Farmer from Corbin, Kentucky in second now. And guess what? What a great battle there between Case James, Dylan Porter, Casey Groves, Travis Shelton, all of that great racing going on a moment ago, and the caution out.
Oh, yeah, that was right up front, and unfortunate for those guys because they were, those 4 guys were under a blanket and just sailing away. Not really sure they had to push it too much there. I mean, they had a great lead up front. But
look at the screenplay. This was right behind the leaders. That's Brantley and Trantham, I think it is. Tristan Trantham in the 95. Wow.
Yeah, Brian had a big run into that corner, seemed to check it up, got into the 44 just a little bit, and then when he checked it up, everybody got into the back of him. And again, short track racing, accordion effect. Look at the toe on that vehicle.
Now, you're crab walking, you're cattywampus, sir. You got to go fix that. You got to get that one fixed if you got a fast repair.
Absolutely, I hope he has it.
So Landon Farmer now being showed as the new leader. Some of the cars coming down to the pit lane. You're checking out the American division of the Leadfoot Racing League, LFRL TV, LSRTV, Leadfoot TV,
and I
LSRTV, CRN. And Johnson's on coming to pit road possibly in the 27. Go ahead, Charles.
I just wanted to say, unfortunately for Lenny Brown, he did receive a meatball for that his car being in disarray, but he's in the pits for 25 seconds now, so he did not have a fast repair.
And we actually went right back to the green flag again. They're not wasting no time, man. I got to give these guys props as soon as they get the accident cleared up and give these guys a chance to decide if they're going to pit or not pit. They quickly get back to the whip and get back to racing again, and we're watching that.
Yeah, what a great track crew we have here in the virtual Lanier, cleaning up that track real quick and getting us back green flag racing with only 28 coming up to 27 laps to go.
Farmer in the lead. That's Landon Farmer, Case James, Dylan Porter, Casey Graves, Hunter Carlson right now, the top 5. And that's the way that it stands currently. As guess what's coming up? This time by coming out of turn number 4. It is time to dig. Presented by Golden Racing. And these guys have been digging already, but it's time to start putting people in holes. What do you think?
Yeah, this is it, and you don't have much time left, especially that when you're taking off laps at 13 seconds, and you don't have a lot of time left. 25 laps, time to dig. Guys, let it all out. Get this thing over with and get to the front. As we see Landon Farmer up front, and kind of. Piling it on that lead right there. It looks like he's getting further and further away from the 30 of Case James, but James and Porter are still right there with him.
There are, as Landon Farmer now having the opportunity to lead here. I remember Landon Farmer, obviously. Good solid run for him and the number 26 from Corbin, Kentucky. People didn't know Corbin, Kentucky is the home of KFC.
Yes,
you know
it is. I remember that. Yep. I watched that documentary. Good old Colonel Sanders. What an interesting man he was.
KFC is right there in Corbin, Kentucky. And back in the day, my daddy is a truck driver. My daddy used to tell me whenever he visited Corbin, Kentucky back in the day that if you were new or you visited the original KFC, that they would give you a chicken leg. They give you a chicken leg. Say welcome to Corbin, Kentucky, the home of the original. All right, we're not promoting KFC because they don't give us their damn money. But I mean, I do love my chicken, right? Tracy, you like your chicken? Tracy, you like your chicken? We love our chicken, right? There we go.
I love some KFC.
KFC, yes sir. Okay, so it's okay to plug them in. So 17 to go.
I'm sure a lot of these guys.
Jones and James battle here, and I got a bucket of KFC chicken in my refrigerator right now. Not gonna lie to you, Charles. I got a bucket of KFC chicken right now in my fridge.
I'm telling you, after 150 laps at Lanier, these guys are going to want some KFC too, man. They're definitely going to want to refuel after this one because all these guys have been working really hard to get back up to the front here. As we see the 10 really working on the 101 there, trying to get up to the front. They don't have much time left with 15 to go.
They really do. Time running out. This race is coming to an end on this Sunday night.
As we see Casey James kind of falling back, he's just had a rough night. You wonder how much more does he have left in that tires in that car? Just being banged around all night. Unfortunate for him, but that's what's going to happen if you don't use your patience. Your car's gonna run out of.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to say he's fallen back. I mean, he's lost ground with the leaders, but he is right now in the sixth position on the racetrack. But I would tell you another guy fell back, and obviously that's Cliff Mullins, man. The 44. The 44 at one time looked really, really strong, had a strong ride going for him, the man from the Commonwealth of Virginia. There goes the Wild Ops fast qualifier. Graves as well, the 0-1. There goes Brantley. Brantley led some races. Brantley Bryant led some laps here tonight in this race, I meant to say. There's Casey Graves, as I mentioned. He right now is sitting back to third. Time to go, 10 to go. If you're saving something, you better go. You better go now. As it looked like Hunter Carlson gave him a nice shot there, the pole man. Hunter Carlson and Casey Graves battle. There is Mullins right behind him. We're single file. We're 9-8 to go at the line.
Yeah, this should get very interesting as we come down to 8 to go. Anybody's race right here.
Oh, we got a caution.
Oh, no, the leaders did not. Tippy Winkler did not want to see that. Landon Farmer now in the lead as the ticker goes by and straightens all them out. Nobody wanted to see that. Oh, and it was a self-spin.
Yeah, there it is. Caution flag is out. There is Tippy Winkler's car going around. And here's a look at a replay again of what just happened. Wow.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him because he was doing pretty good up there.
James on pit road, so are other cars. Caution flag out over the racetrack as there's a look at your top 5. Landon Farmer and the number 26 machine looking to win for the Kentuckians for the Bluegrass State. Got Dylan Porter to his outside, having a comeback for that number 1 machine. Got caught up in some accidents earlier. Has climbed his way to 2nd spot. Casey Graves, the pole man, now back to 3rd. Hunter Carlson, Cliff Mullins, and we're going to try to get this race restarted still on the regular scheduled distance as they will come around this time by. Should get 4 to go, and the lights should go off on the pace car. We should go back to green next time by, and it will be a 3-lap shootout. Remember, though, there is an attempt at overtime. They'll get 1 shot at a green-white checker if we do get a late race caution to go into overtime. But hopefully, Charles, that does not happen. Hopefully, this will be our final time mentioning the CRN restart zone. Lucky Duck Motorsports green flag back underway. 3 to go at Lanier. It's go time, and Farmer knows it.
Yeah, it is go time. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, my sights are on that number 10 of Hunter Carlson, and he's right up in there, almost ready to take a pole position away from the
He better make a move. He better make a move. That's all I can say. As he battles Carlson and Graves. Here they come out of turn number 4. The tilt-a-fly. 1 to go. Waves. White flag in the air. Final lap. And Farmer and Porter sideways, and he spins. It's now Carlson will go to 2nd spot, but here comes Farmer. Kentucky proud. Landon Farmer wins the K-Designs 150. Almost 3 wide for 2nd. Carlson's going to get the 2nd position as the 1 of Porter and Smoke spinning down out of turn number 3 and 4 to take the checkered flag. Heartbreak for Dylan Porter.
Absolutely amazing 3rd place finish by Graves, just etching out Brian in that amazing finish back there. Hunter getting that lucky spin, and he was in 3rd and moved up to 2nd, but Landon Farmer takes the win. What an amazing win. What an amazing race by him. He was up there back and forth all night.
It really was. Let's watch this again if we can see the finish of it one more time and look at the crazy shenanigans that went on at the end of this one here tonight for the Leadfoot Racing League American Division. Don't forget, coming up here at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock, an hour from now, we will have the National Division here for the K-Designs 150. Watch the replay, watch the restart. It got hectic. Look at the 1 as they work the back straightaway. There's the car you were talking about, the red and white 10 of Carlson, getting on the outside of our Wild Ops Fast qualifier of Casey Graves. Mullins, Brantley, all of them back up in the mix. Now watch the 1. Just simply lost it on his own. The 1 of the 1 car, Dylan Porter going around. Look at this one more time on a replay. All the heavy smoke bellowing from the car after the impact. And watch it one more time. I mean, Charles, he just might have drove in a little too hard coming into the corner.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It looks like he had a huge run on the 26 of Farmer and just kind of backed it down and lost the rear end.
And as soon as he saw that impact, the smoke bellowing from the car of that Charger number 1, what might have been for the easily South Carolina driver of Dylan Porter. And Landon Farmer from Corbin, Kentucky, is going to celebrate as a winner here in the K-Designs 150 for the Leadfoot Racing League iRacing Late Model Tour here tonight at the Lanier National Speedway. Here's a look at the results. By the way, the white flag is presented by Tiltify. We'll give all the details on that sponsor in a moment. Landon Farmer will pick up the victory, starting the race in 4th. Hunter Carlson started 6th. He'll be 2nd. Your pick there at the end. Casey Graves, which was the Wild Ops Fast Qualifier, will end up 3rd. Brantley Bryant 4th. Cliff Mullins 5th. He led some laps. Travis Shelton had an up and down night. He'll finish 6th. And Case James will finish in 7th, as you have the rest of the finish in order there, Charles Oberg.
Well, in 8th, we got Jason Woodham. 9th, Dylan Porter. 10th, we got Tippy Winkler. 11th, Ethan Johnson. 12th, Randy Porter. 13th, Tristan Trentham. 14th, Lenny Brown. And 15th was Landon Brown, but I think he was doing race control because he did not take the grid.
Yeah, and I think he was the guy punching the buttons, handling race operations. Race saw 10 cautions when the race was all said and done. What a wild, exciting one, though, as, again, Corbin, Kentucky, USA's Landon Farmer will pick up the win here in the K-Designs 150 for the American division. Hey, don't forget, coming up at the 9 o'clock hour, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, it will be coverage of the Leadfoot Racing League iRacing Late Model Tour National Division. The American Division just wrapping up. Another new set of drivers, new faces, new places here at Lanier will battle for 150 laps. By the way, the white flag for tonight's race is presented by Tiltify. Thanks again. Tiltify gives you the tools you need to engage and raise more money for your favorite charity. Donate immediately to all of your favorite charities, including the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, Water Aid America, Stand Up to Cancer, and so many more. Visit Tiltify.com today. We take a break. When we come back, we grab the podium drivers here tonight from Lanier. It's Landon Farmer from Kentucky winning the K-Designs 150, and we chat with him next. Well, first off, we want to say thank you for watching, obviously, coverage of the Leadfoot Racing League. If you'd like to be a part of the Leadfoot Racing League iRacing Late Model Tour, you can, of course, join us on social media, on Instagram, X, and, of course, on the world of Discord. Reach out to them. They'll reach out back to you and get you as a member for the upcoming season. The American division is just finished in the K-Designs 150, along with Charles Oberg. I'm Wesley Outland. Let's grab now Landon Farmer, the home of Corbin, Kentucky, where KFC was made. A lot of people don't know that, but Landon, congratulations, man. And, boy, what a way to climb back through the field. Had a share of ups and downs, but once you finally got back in front, you never looked back. Congratulations on your big win.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I definitely had to play into strategy a little bit. I pitted later than most people and avoided a few wrecks and ended up front.
Yeah, Landon, watching the race, caution after caution, was that to your advantage? Was that to your disadvantage? Did you want to see it to go more green flag, or were you comfortable in the cautions and being able to improve on restart after restart?
But it was a little mix of both. When I was up in the front at the beginning of the race, I didn't really want any cautions at all. I wanted to, run it out. But once I pitted and I was in the back, those cautions really did help, and I was able to make a few passes and miss a few wrecks and gain some positions.
Well, Landon, obviously, before I let you go, man, what does it mean to pick up a win with the series? And obviously, thank those sponsors as well.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, it's my first win in the league, so it makes me pretty happy, and I'd like to thank Race to Stop Suicide, Exotic PC, and Redline Studios. And that's all I got for you.
First career win for this man, taking the victory for the American division in the K-Designs 150, and now making two different winners of the 2026 fifth season for the LFRL iRacing Late Model Tour for the American program. That is the driver from Corbin, Kentucky, of Landon Farmer. Let's grab now the driver that'll finish in the number 2 position, and that is Hunter Carlson. Hunter, the Studio 86 Designs number 10 out of Illinois, had its share of ups and downs, but what a climb for Copperhead Racing at the end to put that number 10 in the podium second position. Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, Hunter, man, I had you from the very beginning, man. I saw you starting in the back, and I said, you know what, everybody watch out for Hunter. What a guy, what a race car driver, and you always help me out. And I actually got a win listening to some of your advice last night. So how did you feel about the race? What was your take inside that car?
Oh man, that was honestly one of the most up and down races I think I've ever had. Got caught on the outside early on, couldn't get down. I think I fell back 10th place after the start. Then I got into the accident, had to pit, trapped a lap down, got a lucky caution, eventually got my lap back, and man, just pitted at the right time, got fresh tires, and was able to avoid all those wrecks that we had, and was able to take advantage of it. And I was able to find that second line a little bit, or lane and a half up, if you really want to call it that here, and I was able to get around Casey there and ended up taking P2, which was huge for me.
Well, bud, before we let you go, please thank your sponsors and a good solid run for second.
Want to thank Studio 86 for always supporting me out there. If you need any good raps, get a hold of TJ Spainhour. Want to thank Tracy and Eastern Technical Designs. Thank you for everything he does here, everything at Four-Way Motorsports, everything he does anywhere really. He's great. I want to thank Copperhead Racing, everyone over there that's watching. I want to thank Four-Way Motorsports Network for always being on board and supporting me through all my endeavors. And most importantly, I want to thank you guys for everything you guys do. And we're on the next week.
Well, the next one there, ladies and gentlemen, that is Hunter Carlson from Hannah City, Illinois. The man will finish in the number 2 position from the land of Lincoln. Let's grab now the man that'll finish in third tonight, and that is Casey Graves. He was also our Wild Ops Fast Qualifier of the race from Cedar Grove. And the True Speed, number 01, will finish on the podium. Your take of this race, I guess, to sum it up, good good times, bad times, rallying, climbing back through the field, and putting yourself in a good spot there with that big 3-wide pack for whenever Porter had his issues coming to the white flag to put yourself in third.
Yeah, I got kind of lucky there at the end. I think my car was pretty tore up. Second wreck I'd got in after I used the quick repair. I didn't even get to look at it after the race, but it definitely got a little tight, and I got pinned up on the bottom. Let the Hunter get by me. Yeah, when I seen the one spin out, I was like, "Ooh, this definitely helps." Was able to secure the third, and yeah.
Well, awesome ride, man. And was there anything you left out on the track tonight that you wish you would have done better, or is it, did the cautions play in? Did the long runs play in a little better? Anything you would have done different tonight?
Just the wrecks that I got caught up in them 2 wrecks. Kind of forced me to pit when I had to. I wanted to stay out a little bit longer and not take tires as soon. I think if I could have had a little bit fresher tires there at the end, it would have helped, and not having it also.
Well, man, before we let you go, sir, Casey, please thank your sponsors, and obviously a good showing here tonight to finish on the podium.
Yeah, I got to thank guys at True Speed Motorsports, Low Drag Esports, CTC Racing, also Cliff. We're teammates over on Low Drag. He also has a C2X team over, and we were racing with him tonight. Thankful he didn't give me the bumper. He had every opportunity to do it there at the last couple laps. He was too nice to me. And then just 712 brakes. Of course, you guys are putting on the league and doing the broadcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, out of Cedar Grove, North Carolina, that is the driver of Casey Graves that will pick up the third position when this race concludes. Thanks to all the sponsors that make it happen. Of course, Eastern Technical Design, Lucky Duck Motorsports, Wild Ops, Golden Racing, 213 Simware for the stage break, Tilt of 5 for the white flag, the Community Radio Network, Restart Zone, and broadcast partner. Thank you to 4Wide Motorsports, Golden Racing for the time to dig, and Cottle Chassis, the official setup chassis of the Leadfoot Racing League. And Tracy, before we go, what is our yes sir moment of the race presented by 4Wide Motorsports? What do you think is in the running, if you will? I would say probably it was the yes sir moment of the race for Landon Farmer, being able to hold off, of course, Porter. He spins coming out of turn number 2. I think the last restart, would be in the running for. What do you think, Casey? What do you think, Charles?
I was actually going to say the same thing. The way the 44 got loose, and or the 26 got kind of loose, and gathered it back up, and he spun himself. So great move of the race.
So the K Designs 150. 4Wide Motorsports, yes sir, moment of the race, Mr. Engineer Tracy, if you will, would be the restart. And obviously it was the restart to let it up for the driver of the number 26 of Landon Farmer from Corbin, Kentucky, to pick up the victory. I don't think they have it up on the replay. So we're just kind of pantomiming it in our head. You remember what happened? They dove down, took the tilt to 5 white flag. Down to the inside was Dylan Porter. Car got really, really loose. The back end came out from under him off the back straightaway, entering the back stretch out of turn 2. And then all of a sudden, taking the victory was the driver of the number 26 of Landon Farmer. And I think Mr. Producer, Mr. Engineer, thank you, Maestro. He's got it now. Here it is. Your 4Wide Motorsports K Designs 150. Yes, sir, moment of the race. We'll show it to you as well in closing. Thank you to the Brown family. For Tracy Brown, for Charles Oberg, I'm Wesley Outland. We'll be back at the top of the hour, 9 o'clock. For race number 2, the National Division in the K Designs 150 at Lanier. There it is. The yes sir moment is a no sir moment for Porter, but yes sir for the driver of Landon Farmer, a first-time winner here in the Leadfoot Racing League. Thanks for watching. We'll be back for the National Division at 9 p.m. Eastern.